Welcome to Austin Public Schools' celebration of poetry. My name is Edwina Harder, and I'm the Gifted and Talented Coordinator for Austin Public Schools. I will be your host. Austin, Minnesota was the hometown of Poet Laureate and Pulitzer Prize winner Richard Eberhart. 14 years ago, the family of Richard Eberhart partnered with the Austin Public Education Foundation to create an endowment that would support and promote the importance and influence of poetry. Each winter, students from Austin Public Schools can choose to enter the Eberhart Poetry Contest. Students submit an original poem that is judged by a committee. This year, 138 students entered their original works of poetry. We're going to hear the poems of the 22 finalists. The finalists were given the opportunity to identify someone who has influenced their writing. The tribute they wrote to this influential person will also be read. After all the poems have been read, prizes will be explained and the winner from each school will be announced.
Our first poet is Emmeline Dundas. She is a student at Woodson Kindergarten Center. Her inspiration is Mrs. Learn, one of her teachers. Mrs. Learn was the first person who told her she could write down a poem.
Emmeline is my name. My dad's a band director. My birthday is in June. Adelia is my sister. Love my brothers. I like sweets. Like nice mommy, enjoy swimming.
Our next poet is from Banfield Elementary. Charlotte Blease is a fourth grader who said that her mom is her inspiration. Charlotte enters the contest every year and her mother inspires her to keep doing it. She inspires her the most when she is feeling down, and when she is down, she lifts her back up.
How to Bake a Candy Cake by Charlotte Blease. Sticky, chewy, sour, sweet, these are the things I like to eat. If I were to make my perfect cake, this is how I decorate. First a layer of chocolate, then some vanilla too. Next add some red velvet, topped with frosting that's blue. Start with a sprinkle of peppermint bark, then add some milk duds next, but don't eat all your decorations, make sure you have some left. Now stake on some gumdrops, candy canes, and toffee, put it in the oven, and have a cup of coffee. Just kidding, you should have some hot chocolate. Ding, the cake is ready, take it out to cool. It looks so good, I'm trying not to drool. Slice it in half, get ready to eat. The cake is amazing, it's warm and sweet. And that's how you bake a candy cake.
Sadie Coddington is a fourth grader from Banfield Elementary. Sadie chose her second grade teacher, Mrs. Pitson, as her inspiration. Mrs. Pitson, she says, gave her the courage to start writing.
Hi, my name is Sadie Cunnington. I'm in fourth grade. I go to Banfield Elementary School, and my poem is titled Hockey. Hockey is so fun, but you can't play it in the summer sun. This sport is played on ice. State of hockey. Minnesota nice. Lace your skates and grab a stick, because this sport is very quick. In this sport, it takes a team. Goalie, defense, center, and wing. We work together to make the dream. It's not as easy as you think. That's why I spend my days at the rink. It's a way of life up here in the north. That's why hockey is my favorite sport. I would also like to give a huge shout out to Mrs. Pitson because she has really been someone who inspired me. I started writing poetry in her second grade class. She gave me the courage to start writing and really believed in me. Thank you, and thank you, Mrs. Pitson.
Jude Hovland is also a fourth grader from Banfield Elementary. Jude chose Miss Davis as his inspiration because they did a lot of writing in her class. He says she let him be creative with his writing, and he still enjoys writing because he was in her class.
Hi, I'm Jude Hovland. I go to fourth grade at Banfield Elementary, and my poem is called Colors All Around Us because I'm colorblind and because my brother really likes the color red, so my eyes are different from yours. I don't see colors like you. Purple or blue, green or yellow, it doesn't make me much different from you. But some colors I know, like orange or pink, at least I think. One color stands out from the rest. It is the one my brother likes best. The color is red, fiery and wild, just like my brother. He gets so riled. He calls himself the Red King. It is a very unusual thing. I wish I could see colors like you do, but maybe you wish you had a Red King too.
Our next poet is a first grader from Nevlin Elementary. Griffin Jordahl said that his teacher, Ms. Baker, reads poetry to the class and gives him ideas for when he is writing poetry.
Days are fun by Griffin Jordahl. Birds are flying, babies are crying. It is morning, papas are snoring. Kids go eat, take a seat. Put on clothes for school. You look really cool. Let's do math, we all laughed. We go read, do a good deed. School was done, we had fun.
Kaylee Lopez is a third grader from Nevlin Elementary. Kaylee chose Mr. LaRock as her inspiration. She said that he has helped with her writing structure, teaching her how to use proper punctuation and capitalization. He has also encouraged her by always praising her work and pushing her to do her best.
My cat Luna. She's a flame point Siamese. She has pretty blue eyes. She loves to play with me. She loves to play with my mom's sleeve. She is very crazy. We got her when I was asleep. She is very furry and fuzzy. Her catnip gives her a buzzy.
Sawyer Laux is our third finalist from Nevlin. Sawyer is a third grader. She chose her second grade teacher, Mrs. Lunning, as her inspiration. Mrs. Lunning, she says, encouraged the class to creative write often. Throughout the year, she created poems to put in a poetry binder. This inspired Sawyer to write poetry.
Hockey girl. I lace up my skates and step on the ice. I am a mighty mite. I swing my stick as hard as I can and hear the roar from all the fans. Pass. Shoot. Score! I can't wait to sally some more.
Miley Thalia Cruz Becerto is a fourth grader from Southgate Elementary. Miley chose her teacher, Mr. Tim, as her inspiration. She said he is always there for her and he encourages her to share her feelings.
This is called You Left Me by Miley Becerto. The night was dark 'cause you left me. My first steps, my first words, gone. My first cry, my first time. My first words. Where is Dad? All of the years gone. You missed. You left me, and now it is too late. You thought you felt bad for yourself. You left because you're upset at yourself. Goodbye.
Fourth grader Sophie Kircher is our next finalist from Southgate Elementary. Her teacher, Mrs. Dio, inspires her to keep going with her writing. She is very grateful for that.
Summer. Summer is my favorite season. The warm weather allowing me to dress in shorts, making thread bracelets to put around my ankles, watermelon, the sweet, juicy, and cold snack dripping down my chin, sitting on my porch in the damp morning, walking barefoot upon wet grass, drinking lemonade that makes my throat almost freeze, sucking on sweet and sour popsicles and it cools you down from warm weather, gardening and picking flowers to put in vases, climbing trees and swimming, the bonfires my family has together, but then leaves will come off branches and it gets cold outside, but now it is fall.
Peyton Nording, third grader, is also from Southgate Elementary. Peyton chose her mother, Terry, as her inspiration. She shared that when her mom was in high school and college, she wrote poems, and they were good. When Peyton saw there was a poetry contest, she thought of the poems her mom wrote, and they gave her some ideas.
Leaving by Peyton Nording. Packing my stuff up, I don't know what to think or say. I had to tell my friends the news and see them in tears. I'm wondering when I will see my friends again, or if I ever will. I know I will miss my friends and my school deeply. I don't know what to expect at my new school or at my new home. I'm driving to my new home, wondering what's it going to look like. Will I make new friends? Will I love my new house? Will I love my new school? I'm scattering through all my boxes, but I can't find anything. I don't feel right. I've never felt this way before. I feel sad while all my memories are going through my head. I go to school. It feels like everybody has known each other so long. Except me. Everybody has a partner. Except me. Everybody asks me which school I would rather be at. It's a hard decision, but I want to be at my old school with my friends and family. I miss them so much. The end.
Jackie Delgadillo is a fourth grader from Sumner Elementary.
This poem is by Jackie Delgadillo in fourth grade at Sumner Elementary School. The poem is Crazy. I jumped into and got all scrambly. What a crazy, mixed-up family.
Sumner fourth grader Junila Leyland selected her family and friends as her inspiration. She said they inspire her because they are always nearby and they always help her.
Hi, my name is Junila Leyland, and this is my poem, Hey.
Hey you want to eat hay? If you finish, I'll let you play. Hey, you want to make your day? So come to my house to make a play. So you get that one, but I get this one, so we can make a hay play.
Xavier Vera is a fourth grader from Sumner Elementary. Xavier identified his family as his inspiration as they inspire and encourage him to write every day.
Christmas time. I was inspired by my parents. They encouraged me to write. On to the poem. Christmas time, what a nice time. The Christmas tree does shine. Christmas is very, very nice. And today I'm skating on some ice. The snow hill is very, very small. And today we are together in all. Today I got 64 presents and 32 were just some peasants. 90 more minutes till the end of Christmas Day. I can't wait for 2020 May. What a really nice snowman. Well, at least I can. Gingerbreads are really nice to me. I like the future I see. I love Ollie the winter pet, and I can't forget the day we met. Thank you.
Rose Flores is a sixth grader from I.J. Holton Intermediate School. Rose is inspired by her mother, Leila Salas Vasquez. She said she is always there encouraging her to keep on going and not give up. Without her encouragement, she thinks she wouldn't be here, and she would like to thank her mother for inspiring her to become a poet.
Little flower, oh little flower, how alone you are in this small world. Oh little flower, how do you live in this alone garden? Fall is approaching and you're getting ready for a long sleep. Winter has finally come. Oh little flower, you have no one to celebrate Christmas with. Spring, a time to rise and shine. It's time to bloom, little flower. As you awake from your long sleep, you see a unique change. You're not alone anymore. Oh little flower, you are filled with beautiful colors. You look around you. You see a lot of beautiful flowers around smiling at you.
Play May is a fifth grader from I.J. Holton Intermediate School.
Hello, my name is Play, and I am a fifth grader from I.J. Holton. Today I'll be reading my poem from the poem contest. The name is called Lost. Lost. Running through the forest on a hot sunny day. Nowhere to go and nowhere to stay. Big loud footsteps coming this way. My friends all shout, let's all run away. Soon afterwards we all became tired. So we all lay down, then shots are fired. Hope you guys enjoy listening to my poem from the poem contest. Have a great evening. May God bless you all.
Sixth grader Hayden Tabor is a student at I.J. Holton Intermediate School. She has been inspired by her grandmother, Anne Maxfield. Grandma Anne has written and published some poems in college publications named Poppy and Smiley. She is always so positive, caring, strong, and does stuff for other people.
Hayden Tabor, reading my poem, Little Girl. The little girl with a pride of joy, whose eyes like millions of stars. The little girl who enjoys any toy. I love this wonderful girl. She lights up my life with one look. Her laugh is as precious as a pearl. She looks at me and I'm took. I have dreams about her. She makes me want to smile. Birds sing when she comes. I want her to stay for a while. She is beautiful in her own way, joy and love combined. She makes me want to sway, because she is as pretty as a flower. I want her with me every time she crosses my mind. I love this girl dearly. I'm so glad I found this find.
Eighth grader Ellen Eakins is a student at Ellis Middle School. She is inspired by her father, Jacob Eakins, who she says is a storyteller. He inspires her to do her best in everything. She wanted to share her feelings through storytelling too, so she decided to use poetry.
Hi, I'm Ellen Eakins, and today I'll be reading my poem, Loss. One day here, the next gone. Speechless, horrible, shocked. The first feelings of loss, the whole world starts to rock. Loss is a hole in your heart, an emptiness inside, an ache, a tear, a rip that you try but cannot hide. Retreating within yourself, pushing others away. Families and friends rush to help, but you tell them, do not stay. Something has been stolen, a hole that will not fill. Loss is how you know you care. forever scratched into your heart with a quill.
Nadia Hummel is a 7th grader at Ellis Middle School. Her 2nd through 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Carroll, is who she identified as her inspiration. She shared that Mrs. Carroll would have a specific class set aside each day to talk about what poetry meant, what it could symbolize, and how to write many forms of poetry. She would talk about how we could or should use our heart in poetry to convey emotions into songs or music, pushing me to live my music career. Many of the things Mrs. Carroll has taught me through the years, in school and out, have helped me through many tough hardships throughout school and life to use words instead of negativity.
My name is Nadia Hummel. I'm in grade 7 at Ellis Middle School. Broken, alone, barrier, pulled away, mistakes, hurt, broken, stress, overlapping, confusion, anger, blame, broken, pain, no friends, no one cares, blood, tears, broken, help, patience, listening, therapy, years, stronger.
7th grader Emma Stanley is a student at Ellis Middle School. Emma chose her teacher, Mrs. Walski, as her inspiration. She says that in class, Mrs. Walski is always encouraging her students to write poetry and read about the world. She pushes us to think differently about the world around us and always tells us to put our best effort into our work.
Hi, I'm Emma Stanley. The colors of the musical mind. I close my eyes, headphones on, music blaring my first favorite songs. It's like an old friend, just hearing them again, like a walk through a simpler time. I focus on the lyrics, drowning the world out, as the dark behind my eyelids lights up with colors all around. Major chord piano, so blended in blue, jazz, soft magenta, a blood red maroon. Modern, fresh pastel, a sky-high dream, and rock sounds, so electrifyingly green. The sounds light up the darkness trapped inside, makes me feel swarmed with rainbow butterflies. Oh, it's not just colors that fill my mind, but scenes, a hazy dream, the horizon line. People and sights I see every day. It's like looking at photographs, so familiar yet far away. The music I feel coursing through my veins, filling me with adrenaline, numbing like Novocaine. The melody my therapy, the vocals telling my story through time. It's a quiet place, my saving grace, the colors of the musical mind.
Wren Kleinfelter is an 11th grader at Austin High School. Wren identified her summer camp writing teacher, Susan Vaughn, as her inspiration. She writes that Susan has been her creative writing teacher at a summer camp she's attended for 4 years. She creates a positive learning environment that allowed me to get comfortable with my poetry while still encouraging me out of my comfort zone. I can't thank her enough for how much she made an impact on me and my writing.
Hi, my name is Wren Kleinfelter, and this is my poem Palindrome Girl for the Eberhart Poetry Contest. Please don't look too hard at me. You really won't like what you'll see. My skin's a mask, my nails are plastic. My body's made of cheap elastic. My heartbeat pumps out liquid rubber. My eyelids come with tiny shutters. All my parts are pretty and fake. I've never really felt awake. Please don't look, then you'll know. All I am is a puppet show. A painted face and pretty eyes, smoothing over fibs and lies. Flip me over, read me backwards. My book of challenge has 0 chapters. I stole all the trophies, I snatched all the prizes. Every night my brain downsizes. Nothing I've made is really that lovely. Just a cheap gimmick to make you all love me. Don't try to deny it, I can't be preserved. Do not try to give me what I don't deserve. Because all the praise in all the world cannot save this palindrome girl.
9th grader Raina Krebsbach identified her mom, Catherine, as her inspiration. She explains that she taught her to express her thoughts and feelings into art, including the art of words.
Hi, my name is Raina Krebsbach, and this is my poem, June. No more late mornings as a start to my summer days. No more nights with colors in my eyes consisting of blues and grays. No more sunshine, soccer balls, or sticks. No more starlight, swings, or a band of six. No more Thursdays or Fridays on Tuesdays. No more ashtrays or blue jays on driveways. No more funny puppies, no more roadside buddies. No more purple and red cat, no more princess pink bat. No more sneaking around rented cabins, no more kicking out dragons. No more love for the place of the moon, no more love for the month of June. Thank you.
Keegan Larson is an 11th grader at Austin High School. Keegan is inspired by his dad, Levon. He explains that not only is he a terrific teacher, but he's also my father. He has always encouraged reading, writing, and overall expression.
The Weight by Keegan Larson. I plead judgment to adjutants of an old world. Horrors don't die when you close an eye. Rather, they adjust to the chalky rust. They climb bending roots off winding trees, controlling minds like worker bees. I too am caught in chain, shouting out without a brain. But lie I cannot, when truth is key to lifting the weight and setting free.
Congratulations to these students for being selected as finalists in our competition. Each one of you did such a wonderful job expressing yourselves through poetry. All our finalists will be receiving several items: a certificate that includes your poem, a program that lists all the finalists and their inspirations, and a book from the Friends of the Library. Here is Bethy Carlton to tell you more about this.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Carlton and I'm the president of the Friends of the Library. Unfortunately, we are not able to do the Night of the Poets event due to the pandemic, but the Friends of the Library has always been really proud to select the books for the finalists. And so without further ado, I'm going to show you the books that we selected this year. So our first one for our elementary age students is the Robert Frost, The Poetry for Kids. And it is a beautiful edition with a whole bunch of really nice photos and a really nice selection of poems for the kids to grow into, to kind of look through us various points of their lives. So it's not just a little kid book. And then for our middle school students, we have a book called Swimming Upstream, Middle School Poems, and that one's just a really fun selection of poems that are all about those middle school years. And then for our older kids, we have Poems to Live Your Life by Chris Riddle, which is a very beautiful edition. These are poems that he specifically selected that meant a lot to him over the course of his life, and since he is primarily an illustrator, he really worked hard on illustrating all of the poems in the book, so it's a very beautiful edition about all sorts of different categories. And so with that, I hope that we'll be able to have that Night of the Poet event next year, and I look really forward to watching everyone and hearing everyone's poems. Thank you.
This event is a partnership between several people and organizations. I want to acknowledge the partnership of the following: the family of Richard Eberhardt, creators of the Eberhardt Endowment; Barb Sperling, Administrative Assistant for Educational Services at Austin Public Schools; the Austin Public Education Foundation, the organization that manages the Eberhardt Endowment; the Austin High School Language Arts Department for judging the poems; Bethy Carlton and the Friends of the Library for co-sponsoring this event. Special thanks to Ryan Mayers for creating this virtual celebration. Our judges read all 138 poems and selected this group of 22 as our finalists. I will now announce the winner from each of the buildings. These winners will receive a cash prize in addition to the certificate, program, and poetry book.
Here are the names of the cash prize winners from each building. From Woodson Kindergarten Center, Emmeline Dundas. From Banfield Elementary School, Charlotte Blees. From Nevlin Elementary School, Sawyer Laux. From Southgate Elementary School, Sophie Kircher. From Sumner Elementary School, Jackie Delgadillo. From I.J. Holton Intermediate School, Play May. From Ellis Middle School, Nadia Hummel. From Austin High School, Ren Kleinfelter. Congratulations to all our participants, finalists, and winners.